Okay, the other night my wife and I had power went out, so my video cut us off a little bit short. Trying to adjust here. But me and my wife have been on YouTube here, making some playlists, and been on Twitter mostly, and uh, trying to explain, what me and her looking for. I didn't think it'd be that difficult, but some of these people, a lot of them, they play games and stuff too. The cards, the codes, and the real and fake game, and they ask you all these silly things, and want you to do coin stuff and banks and stuff. That's not what me and my wife's out there to get. We got our own budget, our own money. If we put our name on it, we'd get to it if we wanted it. But we're not out here for anybody's money. Uh, you know, we've been looking for four, 4.5 years for this, off and on. Got some woman that I was talking to named Mary on there. Said she thought I wasn't looking hard enough, or my wife wasn't looking hard enough. I said, well, when you're out here in small town in Decatur, Tennessee, with about 1,600 people, it's pretty hard to do because that's not much. We don't do all that app stuff and hang out and all that other junk. We want something simple, easy, and a woman who doesn't have a lot going on, who ain't been abused and hurt so darn bad that all they want to do is talk about that kind of stuff. I want somebody. My wife wants somebody that's easygoing and just full of life. Uh, we're not rich by any means, but uh, we bought a ring with our stimulus check that we want to give this unicorn bestie. It's basically a family relationship. What we're hoping for. Somebody we can take in like that, where we don't have to fool with anything. I mean, something where father wouldn't have to go through all the adoption stuff. Just somebody that was willing to, be our like a adopted uh, daughter or something. We could be stepdad and stepmom or something. But she's gone on if you want to know where she's out on a errand run and was getting a few more groceries that we forgot yesterday. But me and her have been looking for this. We've had a lot of family issues with our families. Things didn't go the way we want them to. And I kind of knew on my end, her end, she tried to put them over and tried to tell me all the good things. But they just, with all that couples and kids crap, you couldn't do much for them. And they didn't have much in common with me or my wife, really. But we're just, we don't care about what color you are. My wife and I are not after just, anything. We're not after sex. I know some people say, well, a lot of these men and people that comes to them, they just want sex. Like I said, me and my wife have it every once in a while. If you want to join in and you want something like that once in a while, okay. But no, that's not what it's about. Of course, we want somebody slim to average body type. Somebody that mainly likes to have their head rubbed, or and a back massage or something. Somebody, that likes to cuddle a little bit, watch some TV. We like some sports, like baseball. We're Atlanta Braves fans. We used to like wrestling. We liked cartoons. We like music and movies. My wife likes Lifetime um, and those kind of movies, and she likes her talk shows sometimes and her things like that. She probably wouldn't even watch them much if you were here. I mean, she's just like I am. She's tired of being out here in Decatur. We have a lot of people that like just to gossip. A bunch of old hags, you know. They just they're getting old, and it's just people that they understand. We're kind of in a tough spot, and just thought maybe somebody. We just had an idea. It kind of crossed my mind, and I thought, man, it'd be nice if somebody, would come to us and get us kind of out of this rut we've been in, and maybe get them out of a rut they've been in. That's why I've tried to look up local people. Chattanooga, Saudi Daisy. We've had some. I had a couple of them from Decatur, but none of them local ones get on there from Tennessee. We have a lot of people come from other states, but they don't ever have the money to travel to us and the gas. Hang on a minute. Hello? Yeah. Lord. Sorry about that. That's one of these numbers, wrong numbers. But anyway, back to what I was going to do. We like to sing. We like to go out to eat, go shopping. My wife and I like calm pets and calm kids. Thing is, I generally, me and her have had a rough one up here. They had kids. We didn't know she had kids at the time, but we dubbed her the crack whore. I ain't gonna say it much. I don't want to, but we dubbed this and that because she just like to talk about her bad past, and because we wasn't in her shoes. She drug us down about a year ago. It was around a little bit before Valentine's Day last year, and I just couldn't put up with her. I'm a nice guy, but if you can't take the honesty and the truth and all that, then like I told my wife, I told her to start telling everybody downtown, I come with a warning label. I don't monkey around. If you're talking and you're telling me your stuff without me asking, because a lot of times I don't ask. I'll ask certain things, but if it's something personal that's happened to you, and I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. That's it's not judging anybody. It's just telling you the truth. I mean, everybody judges everybody on appearances and cars and what money they got, or if they got a job or a car of some type. Which me and my wife don't drive. We don't work. We used to. I had 3 different jobs, in my over 16 years that I was on a job program, local. The last one I was on was up in Dayton, Tennessee. Then the one I had before that was in Athens, Tennessee. But I just, it why I don't want to work now? Throat's dry. So I'm coughing a little bit. But plus I've had a small cold. But anyway, um, but I'm trying to, not get a job anymore because every time I do, something happens. Somebody gets laid off. Like me, I can only do part time. I'm on SSI and food stamps. So is my wife. We have our own payee. That's why we don't fool with banks, for one thing. Plus, we don't have the money to keep one up, even if we tried to start one. We wouldn't have the money to keep putting in. One time we had somebody on Facebook, and I happened to say this back when this first started, about 2018. It was about March or April of 2018. This lady, at the time, she was supposed to do a makeup job thing, and she did that for 2 weeks. Supposedly, she was going to get paid $10,000 or something like that. She fell for one of them Facebook ads, and she, just had all this crap going on that happened to her, and I was trying to help her. Me and my wife was there for about 5 or 6 months or so, or a little more, and we wasn't getting what we were paying for. And every time we got her some kind of a transportation thing, because I was using a portion of my check, a lot of it, and some of my weekly money at the time. So to say we've never tried the card thing is a gross understatement. I just didn't like how me and my wife was treated. So it's no offense. If you women out there have got you a car but don't have gas for it, it's not our problem. You shouldn't have something that you don't have the money to afford, because that'd be stupid on my part and my wife's part. We live in an apartment, and and stuff, and it's not much to brag about, but it's somewhere to live till we can find someone that might want this offer. I told her I didn't guarantee anything, but you know what? Anybody could change this at any time. I always say, read our bio. We put out there on our bio, instead of stuff about us, I put it out on there. I even switched it to me and my wife's name, so now everybody knows that it's mine and hers. We share it. We share it to Twitter. So anyway, just kind of wanted to come back out and put a short video out here. Not make it too long. We have a learning disability, so if we ever misspell something, you know why. We also, take some medicines for, I have, or at one time I had a seizure when I was 2 years old. I outgrew them, but I still take the medicine for precautionary, reason. They don't want me to just go off of it. I've got blood pressure medicine that I take, and I take vitamin D. But anyway, we don't drink, we don't smoke, we don't do any drugs. We're good, clean people. We don't have any other friends or nothing. No extra kids or nothing. Just me and my wife right now. It's the way it's gonna stay. Because until if somebody comes, they come. They want this package. I've put videos out on Twitter before. A few of them. So anyway, it's up to you guys. It's up to the woman that comes to us first. If you watch or listen to this video or any of the other videos we shared out there, I don't know where they go. I don't know what they do. But I wouldn't be, and in just in case somebody wonders, no, I wouldn't be ashamed to work, somewhere eventually out of Decatur, away from our hometown, because I don't try, and I would have to, if I ever tried to work somewhere else, I'd have a talk with them and tell them that, if they just gonna up and do me wrong, I won't put myself in no position to get laid off again. I've done too much work and too much stuff for these places, you know, and I used to work at Hardee's and Sonic, and had a job as a bagger for 2 months, almost 3 months there, But anyway, if you want to know anything else, I'm trying to make a short video. I'm not trying to make a long one. If you want to know anything else about me and my wife, just hit us up on there. Leave us a detailed message. If you're going to leave your number, if you're going to do your number, we'd like to text for a little while, but eventually let it lead to calling each other and talking to, um, you know, and then we can set up a day to meet or whatever. Right now it's winter time, so I don't really expect a whole lot of action. Man, my wife's not worried about no virus stuff or nothing, but I know a lot of people are, and I know it's different for wherever you're at, but we're not worried about it. We just take it day by day, you know. We've not got nothing. Like I said, I'll get a cold or something like that once in a while. I'll take some over the counter Tylenol or something. Usually about one or two, and I usually try to space them out. I'll take one, maybe wait 2 or 3 days, maybe take another one just in case, But I try to give it time to work. But anyway, I don't get sick very often. But no, anyway, I think that's about it. If you need to know like anything else, me and my wife's not much into water or daredevil type stuff. So if you're into hunting, fishing, and all kinds of stuff, it's extremely, uh, into that area. We don't fool trying to do that, and we're not into heights and all that kind of stuff. We're just looking for somebody simple. You know, uh, age range, as I said, I put out on Twitter, but probably, um, probably 20s to 30s for sure. Nothing over 40. Because I'm like most people. I'd like to have somebody our age or younger, so we can spend a good portion of their young life with them. And so we're still pretty good and young, and we can. I still would like to go out and do some fun things. There's a lot of things I want to do as a kid. I wanted to be a singer at one time. I wanted to do a bunch of this stuff, but never had the support or fan support, my family support or anything. But I've let it go. It's what it is. But no, anyway, if you're just somebody out there that's really serious and not playing any games, my wife and I have had videos on there with me and her on. But I just want to kind of come out and explain me and my wife's thing. So hopefully this works. But we'll see you later.